Hello and welcome. Hi everybody, this is Patty Bennett. This is one of my weekly free crafting card making videos on Fridays. If you're joining me live, you are going to see a little red live button up in the corner of the screen, and you'll be on Facebook if you're joining me live. If you're watching a replay, then you're probably on my blog or my YouTube channel, and I welcome everybody. I'm happy if you're here live with me. I'm grateful if you're watching a replay. However, I'd love to have you say hi no matter when you're watching. So if you're tuning in live, it is Friday, April 28th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And if you're watching a replay and you have a question, please use hashtag replay so that I can really easily see your question. So, hey, hi, Robin, Stacy, Faith, Donna, how are you all? Hi, Ida. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Dawn. So glad you're here. Thank you, everybody, for joining live. Hi, Susan. So I'm just going to take about 30 seconds to welcome all of my live participants and just make sure that everybody finds the live. And then after that, we're just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pop this here on the screen for you. Just some reminders. My name is Patty Bennett. I blog at pattystamps.com. And if you're looking for supplies, they are available pattystamps.com/shop. I have catalogs available, newsletters. You can get my blog posts in your email. All the info is here. And I do also just want to remind you, if you are looking for the closed captioning, it does look like I'm frozen. Hang on 1 minute here. Let me just see if I can get this back. Yeah, could somebody let me know if we're doing okay? I don't know, it looks blurry. Sorry, I just want to make sure that you can see everything. Maybe it's the text. Maybe I'll just take this away and see. Let me just hold up one of the cards we're going to be working on, see if that's any better. I got frozen, but I'm back. Stacy says it's blurry. Let's see if Facebook will clear up, if the signal will clear up a bit, and see if you can see this. If not, I might just start over because I really want to make sure that you get to see this amazing fun card. It is so cool. I am calling it a 2468 card because I don't know what to call it, and I'll tell you the story of how this kind of evolved and how I decided to make this. Let's see. So some people are saying it's fine and some people are saying it's blurry. So, oh dear, I am not sure. Okay, well, we're about half and half on the blurry and the fine. Robin says it looks better. Shan says it's okay. Okay, Janelle says it's fine. Cindy says it's all right. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to try to keep an eye on it over here on my iPad. If it gets really bad, could somebody just start messaging me here on the comments and let me know, and then maybe I will start over. But this card design, this is so funny. You know how we all see something that we like online somewhere or in a catalog, in a magazine, whatever, and we think we're going to copy it, and then it just comes out different, right? We put our own spin on it. Well, I tried to copy this fun thing that I saw somewhere, and it didn't turn out the same, but I actually I really liked it. I'm not going to say I liked it better because I loved whatever it was I saw, but this is so fun. I'm calling it a 2468 card because that's how we're going to score it. It's just easy dimensions, and it creates these adorable little flaps, and I put a circle embellishment on each one. This one features the new Cheerful Daisies bundle. It will be available in the new Stampin' Up catalog starting on May 5th. So that's just this coming Tuesday. If you're watching live, we only have a few more days to wait. Isn't that exciting? And then let me show you, these two actually feature the Country Floral Lane paper, which I think this is still available. It was It is in the mini catalog that retires on Monday, and it's got all this adorable paper, kind of themed for Valentine's, but really you can use this any time of year. And I decided, I only had like literally about 3 pieces left in the whole pack. I decided to use the bicycle and the heart pattern to make 2 cards. So here's the bicycle pattern, but I used these adorable new Zany Zoo characters from the new catalog. So I mixed and matched, but I thought they were cute because they were riding scooters and bikes, and I thought it was cute with the bicycle paper. So isn't that fun? And then this one is the heart pattern that I just showed you from the Country Floral Lane, which I think, maybe if anybody else could check, I think it's still available, I think. As of a couple days ago it was. But I used a new set called Circle Sayings, and I do want to give you, somebody remind me, I'm going to show you a tip about stamping this circle. Somebody please remind me if I forget to show it. But I used the cupcake and the flowers, and I just sort of played off the colors in this cute paper. And then wishing you a sweet day. So that's that one. And then this one also features the cute Zany Zoo characters, and we are going to be using that today in our card that we make together. But aren't these fun? I just love this double flap idea with the 2 circles. And like I said, I loosely based it on a design that I saw somewhere, and I tried to make it like whoever it was, I can't remember, sorry, somebody that showed it. I tried to make it like theirs and it didn't turn out the same, but I actually really liked it. Thank you, Holly. Thanks, Libby. Thanks, Polly. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Ethel. Hello, Lori. Good morning. Hi, Susan and Karen. Hi, everybody. I know I missed a whole bunch of people that signed on. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks for letting me know it looks okay. Yeah, I don't know. There was just some weird glitch, I guess. Thank you. Stacy says it does look like the Country Floral Lane is still available. So if that's something you still wanted, you have either until it sells out or until Monday, May 1st to get that. And it is number 160375. So we are going to make a card together. And I know yesterday when I was advertising this live and this card idea, I told you if you would like to grab a piece of designer paper, you can make it along with me. You still can, but I want to tell you that I think it's going to be easier if you watch first. I'm going to give you 2 ways to make it, and then you might want to make it. So I just want you to see the 2 different ways that I did this and 2 different tips sort of that I have for you if you want to make it. So I hope that makes sense. I mean, you're welcome to create along with me, but sometimes it's easier if you watch first and then you say, okay, I get it. And then this is so easy. You're going to love it. It's so easy to make. Trust me. All right. So we're going to scoot these over, and you're going to need a piece that's 5.5 tall by 12 inches wide. So it's basically, somewhat close to half a piece of 12 by 12 DSP. So you leave the 12, but you're going to cut it to 5.25 tall. Sorry, did I say 5.5? Because I meant 5.25. It's 5.25 tall. You leave it at 12. So that's all you need. If you want to just make 1 card, that's all you need. But I'm going to show you a tip for making 2 at once. You've probably already guessed it. It's not like a mystery, but I wanted to show you both ways before you actually cut and score any of your paper. So with your trimmer, or if you just want to use a scoring tool, if you have a Simply Scored, you could use that for your scoring. What you're going to do is take your 5.5 by 12 inch piece, and whatever piece you want over here glued down to your quarter sheet, that's going to be on the right. So make sure that you don't have it upside down. Okay. So if your piece has a pattern like this or like this, you're going to want to make sure that whatever ends up here starts on the right side. And that's pretty easy to remember. It's not tricky, just pointing it out there for you. So then you would take your 12-inch wide piece. You're going to put it at, well, you probably already guessed this because the name of the video is the 2468 card. You're going to score it at 2, at 4, at 6, and at 8. And like I said, you probably already guessed that because that's how absolutely simple this card is. And then you're going to find that a bone folder is super handy. And all we're going to do is just start folding. So that was on the 4-inch part. And then I'm just going to kind of zigzag or accordion back and forth on all of those folds. And that, my friends, is the extent of creating this card. It's so easy. But, I mean, we have a couple more steps. But really, it's so super duper simple. So we are going to grab, let's see, what color? I think I want to do, here was my example. And I used the Balmy Blue. I think I might want to make one with, let's see if I have a piece of Flirty Flamingo already cut, or I don't know what I want to use. I don't know. Probably not. Well, the coral would look fun. I mean, we could do that. Oh, I like this. I think I like that. Is this the same? Yeah, that's the same thing. It's actually petal pink, but I like it. I like how that goes. So that's what we're going to use. This is just a standard quarter sheet, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You can use whatever adhesive that you like. Just going to put down some liquid adhesive. And what I like to do is just accordion that back on top of itself so that I literally just am holding the piece that's 4 by 5 1/4, and then I center it onto that quarter sheet of cardstock. So right there, it just kind of looks like a layered piece of cardstock, but you have this happening. And I am going to just put adhesive, probably should have grabbed a new glue because I can tell this is really close to empty. So I put glue here. I'm going to close that one up. I'm going to put glue here and close that one up. And that's it. And then you have those 2 flaps. So here are 2 flaps. And then you're ready to put your circles on. You could do squares, you could do any shape you like. I just really thought that the circle idea was adorable. And that's it. That is how you make this card. Now, could that be any simpler? I mean, really, could it? I don't think it could. 2, 4, 6, 8. We all know, like, from high school, 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate, right? Didn't we all chant that at a football game at some time? Oh, Kat, so glad you're joining me live as well. Thank you. Thanks, Kathleen. Thanks, Shirley. Hello. So, I mean, what do you think? How simple is this? Now, let me show you my tip for if you want to make 2 at a time. I'll show you this idea, and we're going to grab this super adorable new Zoo Crew paper. So cute. All of these animals are doing something different on every piece of paper, and they are all just too cute. Oh, let's use the dancing ones, I think. If you watched my new product review, you saw this. We went through this. There are dancing animals. These animals are all singing or playing an instrument. These animals appear to be camping or hiking. They're out in nature. And these animals were crafting, cooking, painting. This cute little sloth looks like he's doing yoga. And this one, which I already used, they are all doing some sort of transportation, skating, biking, they're on scooters. I mean, this paper is just, I've been dying to use this one. I haven't used it yet. And this is, again, Zany Zoo will be available on May 2nd in the new catalog. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. Oh, no. I think I'm back. I've been watching. I know you're all telling me it's frozen, and I'm so sorry. I hope it's back. I'm just waiting. I'm sorry if I'm sorry if you are frustrated with this. Trust me, I'm as frustrated as you are. So let's see. Can somebody let me know if we are back or if it's still frozen? I know it's cutting in and out, and I am so sorry. It's, you know, beyond my control. Okay, Shan says we're back. Holly says we're back. Stacy says back. Sandra says back. Uh-oh. Brandy says no sound. Uh-oh. Lori says we're back. I know. I'm so sorry, everyone. I do apologize. It's completely beyond my control, the signal with the internet and all. Let me try something. Let me just try something. And Lord, I hope I don't disconnect everything. Maybe I don't need to. It looks like it's back. Can somebody let me know if it's working again? I'm just putting my hand there so that I know that it's working. I think we're back. I think, let me just give it like 10 more seconds. Okay, I think we're back. Almost everybody is saying it looks good. So let's see if we can get through this. I'll make it quick, and maybe we will save some other tips for another day. But let me show you the quick way to make two at once. Hopefully we can get through this. And again, same thing like I said, whatever you want over here on the right side of the card, you start with that on the right side. So same idea, but you just put your entire 12 by 12 in your trimmer. Same thing, you're going to score at 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then all you do is flip it, and you're going to cut 5 1/4 and 5 1/4. And that gives you 2 of these cards quickly. Anytime that I can do this and score the whole piece and then cut it, I always do that. I really think it is handy and super easy to do it that way. And if you missed earlier, or if it was frozen, oh good grief, I'm so sorry. I have no control over, you know, internet issues. I'll just show you the folding again. So we just score, fold with a bone folder back and forth on every one of those scores at 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. And this might be cute. This is the Calypso Coral. I think that makes it really bright and jazzy. I think I'll use that. So let me show you, and I think I'll use my Seal Plus because that liquid glue is just about out. And like I said, just fold it up so that you can easily set this down and get your equal distance all the way around on your card. And then you can pull that open and put adhesive and press, and put adhesive and press. And there you go. You have your cute 2 little flaps. I know a lot of times when we do some kind of a fun fold like this, my husband's just in the next room and he just commented, that's cute. Yeah, he can hear me talking from here. Hi, honey. Oh, the base is just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just a typical size. Oh, I know. I was saying a lot of times when we make some sort of a fun fold like this, we leave it so that we see both sides. So if we did this and we did not glue those flaps together, you would be able to see the other side. And so often we like that on purpose because we want to see both sides. But this is kind of a fun solution. If there was a case where you didn't want the back to show, this is a super solution for that because you're getting all the parts of that one pattern, but nothing of the other pattern. So just pointing that out, it's not, you know, super important, but oh, the circles. So let's go over that. The signal seems to be back. I was worried that it would cut out and I wanted to make sure that you could see all of the information first before we went on to the decorating and the circles. So the circles are the 2 3/8 inch punch that is part of this new circle sayings bundle. And then I grabbed the 2 1/4 inch punch because they layer. And then I also used, can you see the stitching on these? I also used the second to the largest circle on the Stylish Shapes dies. So any and all of these will layer nicely. You can punch out of the designer paper, you can die cut, you can punch solid cardstock, whatever you'd like. So you see here I've layered, I think this is from the All That dies. I've layered that onto a punched circle. Here I've layered 2 punches. On this one, I've layered a punch and this stitched Stylish Shape. You have to say that pretty slowly. But it's whatever you'd like to layer, whatever you have handy, whatever you have that layers is great. And so I have kind of varied them. Some of them are the 2 3/8 inch punch from the Circle Sayings bundle. Some of them are a little larger on this stitched, the stylish Shapes stitched die. Oh my gosh. What? Why, Stampin' Up? Why can't you call it something easier to pronounce? But you can truly just layer any kind of layers, any circles, anything that you'd like that layers nicely. Yeah. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Evelyn, for watching. Oh, Regina Ann, I'm glad you caught me live. I'm sorry for all the hiccups in the live stream today. Yes, the critters are so cute. So I was going to show you that on this paper, I used, on the alligator on the bike, I used the dies that come in the Zany Zoo bundle. So right here is the alligator that I used, or crocodile, I don't know. And then here you can see that I punched out the circle with the bunny rabbit. I think, was that next to it? Yeah, no, I punched out the fox on this one. So you can, it was this one. You can just easily take a punch or a die and just maneuver it around until you get what you'd like. Come out. There we are. And you can get lots and lots of cute critters right out of this paper. I think, and I didn't test this for sure, but I think there is one critter on every piece of paper that has a matching die. So I think on this one, yes, on this one, it's that ballerina. You already saw that I used the alligator on that card. Then there's the knitting llama, there's the singing turtle, and there is this cute guy here, the raccoon with the balloons. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and this is I think it's a squirrel or a skunk on that last piece. So I think on one of each of the 6, there is a matching die. And then of course there's stamps, but I know it's been so fun that we all love to also die cut out of the designer paper. So you can either stamp and die cut those 6 animals, or you can do it out of the designer paper. You have a choice. So that bundle is just so much fun, so cute. And I just love that you can punch and die cut these cute little guys out. Aren't they cute? Look, how fun. Adorable. So I'll just show these one more time in case you didn't tune in the beginning, and then I want to show you this tip for stamping this as well. And I hope our signal is... Oh, we had a first time. Hi, Nora. First time watching. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, how fun. So let me just show you these one more time, and then I'll go over that tip. And by the way, okay, thank you, Susan. She said, check out my blog. Right, pattystamps.com. That reminds me to tell you that tomorrow, April 29th, you're going to see some of these cards on my blog. And then later next week, after the catalog launch, I will have more information about these Zany Zoo cards and the Daisy card. So after those products are actually live, then I'll have separate posts for those. But these two with the Country Floral Lane paper will be on my blog tomorrow. So again, you just have the 2 flaps and the cute little characters. And this is a new set, the Circle Sayings, so cute. I'll show you that tip in a minute. So we'll just look at these one more time. And this, by the way, is from, let me grab it, The Sweetest Cherries. Isn't that cute? Wishing you a sweet day. That way it doesn't really have to be birthday. It could kind of be whatever. But I thought that was cute to mix and match those words. And this one is similar to a birthday card I made and gave to my friend Kirsten last week. Well, actually, I gave it to her this week. We gathered together after her birthday. Isn't that cute? And again, the daisies, love these daisies. They're so fun to work with. It's a 2-step set that you can either stamp as a 2-step set, or you can just stamp the outline. And I used my mini blending brush right in the center to add a little extra lemon lolly color there, but leave the white around the outside. If our signal remains strong, I will show you that. We'll do that. But I'm just so nervous here. My stomach is in knots about this crazy Facebook Live signal. And I do apologize because I know it's really frustrating to watch a video that's not perfect. But, you know, we do what we can here. Thank you, Evelyn. Oh, thank you, Susan. You love the daisy. I love this too. I was really anxious to use this. And so I'll show you my tips on that here in just a few minutes after we go over the Circle Sayings card. But what do you think? Isn't this easy? Don't you think you could just totally make this in a jiffy? I do. I think you could. All right, let me show you my tip for stamping this image from the Circle Sayings. Here's the Circle Sayings set. It was part of the demonstrator pre-order, and it came with, if you bought the bundle, it came with the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And it's nice because several of these images work nicely with the circle. So I wanted to use the flower. So we're going to use that. And if you've not seen this tip before, this is a tip I always suggest with your photopolymer stamps. When you take them out of the case, put them stamp side down, flat side up, let it rest a minute. Because when you peel it, when you take a stamp and you peel it like this out of the case, do you see how that shape is warping? If I immediately just stuck it on my block, look at that. It's not a circle. So always when you have a photopolymer stamp, put it stamp side down, flat side up, and let it sit a minute. Let it kind of rest. It will regroup into its natural shape, and then you press down with your block and you've got it in its perfect natural shape. So I know I'm a broken record. I say that all the time, but if you're new, and we have someone new today, so that's fabulous. Maybe not everybody has heard that. So I'm just going to press down and pick up my floral image. We're going to do this right here. And everybody, please cross your fingers that this signal remains strong here. So I'm inking in, let me make sure, Flirty Flamingo. And then I grabbed my Poppy Parade regular Stampin' Write marker. Now I know I have a blend out here as well. These are two different things. Stampin' Write and Stampin' Blend are two different things. We have water-based and alcohol-based. So we're going to use that, but not yet. My water-based Poppy Parade, which is a shade darker than Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to use that to color a couple of the flowers. So I'm going to do just those two. I'm going to huff, just give it like a little moist air there. We're going to stamp down. And I should have used my mat. I was thinking about it the second I started to press down. And you were probably all yelling at me. So we're going to do that again, because when you have photopolymer, you don't have that extra foam layer that you have with red rubber. So learned my, I knew it. I knew I should have done it, and I didn't do it. So we'll do this again. Good lesson. So inking with Flirty Flamingo and adding a little bit of darker color with my marker. You could also use a sponge dauber with a darker ink. Okay, so we're going to stamp. And that turned out perfect because we added our foam. And you can see now that I have two different tones of colors. I'm going to clean it off, ink again. And this time I'm going to color different images. So let me think here. So when I stamp this, so I want this end to be dark because it's going to go right there. So I'll have a light and a dark next to each other. And then let's just color the big one. You don't have to do this. Sorry, now I need to stand up and look straight down. And these, the two ends here and here, just nest together so that they form a really nice circle. You see that? Isn't that cool? I love that. I was saying you don't have to do that with the two tones, but it's subtle enough that it adds just a little bit of interest. And I just kind of liked that. Oh, good. I see some hearts. So somebody else loved that. Yep. Real-time stamping, Evelyn. You got to see real time. And then I've got my Shaded Spruce blend, and I'm just quickly giving a tiny bit of color to the leaves. Not super detailed, just a little bit of color, just so that we have that added interest of green leaves. I think I got them all. Oops. I think I got them all. And then let's go ahead and put the happy birthday in the inside. And I think I used Poppy, so let me do that. The darker ink. Poppy Parade in the center. Perfect, cute, adorable, love it. Then with the 2 3/8 inch circle punch that comes as part of this bundle, we can punch out this circle. Sorry, I just need to look straight down over here on it just to make sure. So you always want to put it in your punch with the upside down with the image facing up so you can see. And then I'm loosely holding it so see it won't come out, just to make sure it's in the right spot, and then I punch. So isn't that easy and cute and fun? And then I thought this was a good one to layer on the Shaded Spruce stylish shapes stitched circle punch. Oh my gosh, that is why is that so hard for me to say? So there we go. There was our mistake. If you tuned in late, you didn't see the mistake. That's all good. So that's how I did that circle. A few tips for you there. And I think that's really cute. I really like that. Yeah, so that was that one that I wanted to give you a tip on. Any questions on that? And if our signal is still good, we can go on to the daisy. It is a tongue twister. I know, that's hard. Susan said, I didn't even know that I needed this set. I think you need this set. It's so cute. I really love it. So on this circle, I did the celebrate and the cupcake. Adorableness. You saw me use this. You saw me use happy birthday. And I think I used, here, on this one, I did sending you a smile. So sending you a smile. And then on other cards, I know I've used the warm hello and the thank you, but I don't think it was on this set of cards. But I've used several of these, and I'm anxious to use this one and color it in because I love the ocean and sunsets and sun and all that stuff. My husband says, cupcake. You're welcome, Stacy. I'm glad you like the tips. I'm glad. See, I'm just going to scroll back and see if there were any other. Oh, what colors are in the Zoo DSP? And Ruth answered. Thank you, Ruth, for answering. So sweet of you. I'm sorry, I was obviously well into my stamping and I missed that question. Susan says, no worries. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's not a problem. Well, thank you. I get so upset when things aren't working correctly and I have no control. I mean, that's the thing. So let's see. Shirley said inside dimensions. The circle that I stamped, I punched with the 2 3/8 inch circle that comes with this bundle. And then I'll measure. I don't know. So the stitched circle is a little over 2.5. It's like, well, yeah, like maybe a 1/16 over about. It's just barely over 2.5, but they layer nicely. Is that what you meant, Shirley? I'm not sure. If that's not what you meant, please ask again and I will catch you up there on the answer to your question. All right, so do you want to see the tips on the daisy card or do you want me to save that for another day? see. Use hippo stamp from Happy Hippo to cut out hippo on DSP. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Oh, inside of the card. Okay, so Shirley, you might want to rewatch. I don't think I have an unfolded one here to show you, but it's a 5 1/4 by 12, and we scored it 2, 4, 6, and 8, and we sealed it up. But I've sealed all of them up. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I have this one. So it's 5 1/4 by 12. We scored at 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then all we did was start accordion folding like this. And then you just seal up the 2 spots so that you have the 2 flaps. And I showed, if you want to watch the replay, I showed 2 different ways to do that. And I think it will help you to see the 2 different ways to do it. Oh, yes, please. You all want to see the daisy tips. Let's do the daisy then. Let's do it. Let me grab some white cardstock and I'll show you my tips for the daisy. I'll show you this. Show you this tip for the leaves. Alrighty, so here is the daisy. The bundle is called Cheerful Daisies, and it has 2-step stamping. So you have the outline and the solid for that size, and the half daisy. Then you have 4 greetings, and this is the large flower center, the small flower center, and then there's this little, like, to me that's very random, just a random little extra bit of flowers. There's a stem and a leaf, and then matching dies, and you also have this great label shape, and then this. Now, why does this look like coral to me, like it should be in something with the ocean, but I'm sure I'll use it. But anyway, I guess you can put smaller daisy die cuts on that, like a stem, maybe. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't used that one yet, obviously. So I'm going to show you a tip for the outline and for the 2-step. Oh, and we'll might as well do the centers. So let's grab this size block. Sorry, I know that's noisy. Sorry. That's our smaller daisy, and we need centers. Okay. So here's what I discovered, and here's what I did. Oh, okay. Jamie says she saw it as coral too. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one whose brain goes to other places. Okay, so here are the tips that I came up with for the daisies. I decided to go with daffodil and lemon lolly as my 2 colors. The centers, I tried wild wheat because I hadn't really used that yet. That's a new in color. And then parakeet party I used over here, and I'll show you that in a minute. So for the outlines, I used Daffodil Delight. And on the larger daisy, I did not use the 2-step part. I'll show you what I did instead. I grabbed Lemon Lolly, which is a new color, and it's lighter than Daffodil Delight, and one of the new smaller blending brushes. And I got some ink on it, and I'm just going to get a lot of the ink off first. I just want to make sure that it's kind of saturated on my brush. And really, you want a lot of the ink off. And I started in the middle, and I just did circles that were getting progressively larger and larger and larger. But I didn't go all the way to the tips. Okay, so you can see there, The tips are still white. We have the darker lemon lolly in the middle, and we were slowly bringing that color out there. And I'm going to do the same thing on a small one, show you that. And boy, you barely need to do any. You could also do this with a sponge dauber if you wanted to. So that's one method, and we'll do the centers also that, oh, I still need this. We'll do the centers, and that kind of brings the whole flower together. Now, if you want to do two-step, I recommend that you use, I'll stamp it here so you can see. So this is pretty bright, and it almost looks like the same thing as the daffodil. So what I did was actually, I'm going to use that, so I'm not going to mess that one up. What I did was I very, very, very lightly, just like hardly let it touch my cardstock, and I used that as my two-step. And sorry, I just need to bring it closer so I can, sorry, I need to bring it closer. And if my head goes in, I'm really sorry. Okay. So there we go. When you take most of the ink off and you two-step it, that's what you get. And I hope you can see the difference there. So here is with the blending brush, here is the two-step, here's the outline with the blending brush, and that's just the center. You don't have to even use both parts. So different ways that you can use that. And then let's do the centers and put the centers inside, and you'll really see how these come to life here. Everybody must have their fingers crossed because our signal is staying, isn't it? I think we're good on the signal. So this one, I'm just going to do, actually, I think, no, should I die cut it or put it on top? I think I'll die cut the center for that one. So I'm going to die cut those and show you how nice that looks. And then I'll give you the tip on the leaves. So talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I die cut. Just have to turn around and do that. And by the way, little tip on using smaller dies. I just leave these little Post-it flags stuck to my smaller dies on my magnet card, and I just keep reusing them to die cut my smaller pieces. And they're handy even with the larger ones. And I think Tracy's still here on with us. Thank you, Tracy. She gave me a whole bunch of these. What was it, 3-4 years ago? Still using them, Tracy. It's just like my favorite thing. Uh-oh. Is there no? Oh dear. So I've either lost it or there isn't a die for that. Uh-oh. I'll just hand cut that one. I hope I didn't lose it. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. Actually, I'll die cut this one. I have an idea. Die cut this one. Okay, I'll be right back. Hang on, please. If anybody has a catalog handy, could you tell me if there is a die for this little one? Am I missing it? Or hopefully I'm not missing it and I'll fussy cut it out. I would feel horrible if I lost it already. I mean, I have a catalog handy, but I'm trying to do this, so... Oh, that's so funny. That looks like an ice cream cone. I often crack myself up. All right, so I wanted to show you what this one looks like with a center. So that was the method with the blending brush not all the way to the edge, and then you add a center. Here is stamping the insides and adding a center. And then here's another one, kind of a hybrid between the two, right? We did the outline, the two-step, and the center. Susan says, the die is in the center of a flower outline. Yes, there, uh-oh. All right. Well, it's not that, is it? I'm really afraid that I might have lost it. Is somebody seeing it on here and I'm just not seeing it? Oh, like you use that? It's on my magnet card? Oh my goodness. I must be so blind. I don't see it. Okay, there's the large one. There's this piece. We're going to use that for that. It's not that. I don't think it's this. This is too big for that. It's not the leaf. It's not this. Is it just this? Is that what I'm supposed to use to die cut that? That doesn't sort of make sense to me. It's the one that I don't think it is? This? It's too big. It's not even the same shape. Really? Okay, so it may not be. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, so now you all are saying no. Yeah, I don't think there is one for that. Thank you all. Sorry, didn't mean this to be like a, an Easter egg hunt here, but anyway. Well, let's put this one in and then, come on, glue. And then we'll have this one finished up. This one looks like a gumdrop to me. But there we go. So there are some tips on your daisies. And I think between all of those different ideas, you can either mix and match, or I think you will find something that you like. So I've mixed and matched on these with all different ways to stamp it. Let me show you the last tip for making the leaves. I took a piece of, let me make sure. I think this is, this is the new Lemon Lime Twist cardstock. I used my Parakeet Party blending brush and Parakeet Party ink. And here's the trick to this. You want it super haphazard. This is the only time you want weird blobs of color. Okay, do you see all those really weird, ugly blobs of color? And then I used just this section with the leaves, and so you can see, I just did this around the outside. So you want to just die cut just the leaves, and you want them to be light and dark, and then that way you have part that's light and part that's dark. And it's much easier to do this first than to try to ink a really delicate die cut. So that's why I did it in this order. Weird blobs of ink, put it just there and die cut, and then you get just the leaves. there's that tip. And then I tucked them in just, you know, randomly wherever I wanted them. You can see I did one pair there and one pair there. And so they just tuck in underneath however you want them to be. And then you get those really pretty leaves. So let me take a look here, see if there were questions on the daisy card. And I'll bring the rest of these back in and we'll catch up and see if there were any questions on any of these. I think that was all four. Was that all four? I think so. And then I can't wait. I think I'm going to use the cute hippo to decorate this one. It's just so cute. So cute. All right. Hi, Jason. Welcome. Thanks, Mary Ann. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. No, I haven't done an inspiration sheet for Daisies yet, Susan, because I just opened it yesterday to make this card, and I wanted to get this all done for you. Let's see. What is the rectangle inside? Okay, so on this one, we have the Radiating Stitches dies, and that is an online exclusive. It's also mentioned in the new catalog, and I just layered it onto cardstock that was like 1/8 of an inch bigger. That's that one. Same here, Radiating Stitches dies. This one is the Scalloped Contour dies, as well as this one. That's probably my favorite set of dies in the whole catalog. That was a great question. I'm sorry I didn't go over that. Let's see, who else? Thank you, Polly. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. Mary Ann is working on her list. Let's see, what else? Okay, sorry, I'm just scrolling back. Yeah, I think we have probably determined that there was not a die for this tiny center. It's easy enough to fussy cut, but either way, I mean, you know, it works. So yeah, you can either fussy cut it or just stamp it directly like I did. Thanks, Janelle. Mary Ann Ely says her wish list is huge. Jane, I'm glad you like this idea. You're welcome, Christine. Thanks, Fran. Thanks, Jan. So any questions? No, I don't have a PDF. You can follow all of these cards on my blog. You can pin them and you can catch the directions on, let's see, these two cards tomorrow, April 29th on my blog. Next week, the Daisy and the Zany Zoo will be on my blog. I'm sorry, I wish I had the man hours and the time to do free PDFs for everything, but I just don't. So I just can't offer those. I work enough hours in a week. My husband can come in here and tell you how many hours in a week I work. Yep, Shan, the daisies are definitely a favorite. They're so pretty. Thanks, everybody. I am so glad that you like these. I do not see any other questions. So, gosh, we've already been on here an hour. This is absolutely the fastest hour of my week. I don't know about you, but it flies by for me. I'm glad you like this fun fold. My husband says you wouldn't believe her working hours. Yep. Kind of crazy. You are welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you enjoyed this. Yes, exactly, Brandy. Brandy is saying she likes how you can use paper but hide the side you don't like, because there are sometimes there is a back side that we just don't like. Not often, but it does happen. So this way, yeah, you've got all the elements of the side that you love. You're welcome, Kat. I'm glad you enjoyed the tips. Thanks, Stacy. Have a great weekend as well. So thank you, everyone. Next week, by the way, Tuesday, don't forget, the new catalog starts. So next week on Friday, let's see, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th, May 6th. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Cinco de Mayo. On Cinco de Mayo, my Friday Live next week, I'm going to be showing you how I use the tabs and on the top and the side and how I label all of my most used pages and spiral bind my catalog and that whole bit. That was a really popular video last year, so I thought I would redo it with the new catalog. So that'll be next week, and we'll be looking at lots of fun things inside the new catalog. You're welcome, everyone. Have a fabulous weekend, and I hope that you will try a 2468 card. See you next week. Bye-bye.